All right, guys, it's the Team Butterfly Effect All Hands call. It is Monday, July 22nd to 20th, 2016. And welcome. I appreciate you guys being on live tonight. I love seeing people watch the recording later today. I know that Mondays, it's, you love them or you hate them. So you guys are either like still fire charged and having a really awesome Monday, or maybe you're just ready to crash because you hate Mondays. I don't know, but I appreciate you being here at the end of the day, and I appreciate you starting your week with me. So today, guys, it's going to be just a lot of business sharing with you guys. It's not necessarily going to be a specific training call, but it's going to be sharing with you guys a lot of the stuff from Summit. But before we do, quick reminder of two things. One is that Super Saturday or Super Sunday is coming up this next weekend in your area, and you need to be there. You need to be there. And here's the thing, guys, is I understand that it may not be the most convenient for you. I know you may have to shift some things in your world, but studies show that majority of people who are involved in any sort of multi-level marketing company, which we are, which I really love Carl Deichler, our CEO, instead of calling us multi-level marketing, he calls us multi-level helping. Like, we're not about marketing, we're about helping people. So even though, technically we do fall into that umbrella, studies show that people really have their aha and their awakening moments at live events. So that's why it's so important to you to get your booties to the live events, because that may be when your aha moment happens. Oh, there's Brenda. Or it may be that you invite a guest or you invite your coach and they have their aha moment there. So it's really vital to get to these live events. And if you're like, oh, Aubrey, I don't feel like I ever get anything out of them, well, it's maybe because you've already gotten it as far as what this opportunity means or what it can bring. But that's why you have to start inviting your team and your friends and so on. And I know in the Fort Worth market area, that we're actually getting a double bang deal where we're getting a training at the first half of the day and then Super Saturday at the end of the day. So if you can only come to part of it, like I know Heather and I were talking, she has stuff going on in the evening. So maybe if you just come on early in the day and go to the training part of it, that would still be worth your time. So if you're not in DFW, you need to Google and find out where your local Super Saturday or Super Friday is and get on top of that. And if you're in the New York market, contact Jill Donovan, because she has decided she's flying up this weekend up to the New York market to their Super Saturday, because she happens to be sweet on a boy who lives up there. So go. So go reach out to Jill if you're in that part of the world, and you can hook up with her because she'll be there instead of in Fort Worth. So guys, Max 30 was released today. If you haven't ordered yours yet, we are going to be starting the Team Butterfly Effect Jill's wearing her Max 30 hat. Got me sidetracked. We're going to be starting the Team Butterfly Effect Size Challenge on August 3rd. That's the first Monday in August. And if you don't have your copy yet, get your copy. Let's all do it together. It'll be super fun. I'm encouraging us all to do size at least 4 days during the week and doing yoga or Pilates 2 days a week. It's kind of like work out like a dancer. But if you'd rather just do the straight size program, that's your bag. Bottom line, guys, is we are coaches within this organization, and we got to be proof the product works. So to be able to share with authenticity and integrity, we got to be able to speak from the horse's mouth. So when people say, hey, what's this size all about? So you guys are able to really actually speak on it without having to feel salesy, like you already know what it's about. So it's important that you do that with us. And if you hate to dance, even better, you're going to be even a better testimony at that point of whether, guys, this really sucked, it wasn't for me, or this was so amazing, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so that'll be a good opportunity for that there as well. Summit for 2016. I know you're like, God, Aubrey, I just want to hear about how Summit was this year. Let's not talk about next year. Guys, up until yesterday, the tickets were on sale for $125, but still right now, this week, you can get a ticket for $150. Tickets will go up to like in the $300 range throughout the year. So the sooner you get them now, the more likeliness you're going to get a hella deal than if you wait and pay $300. I don't want to pay $300 to go to Summit. And guys, remember too, you have until December to get a refund. So if you're not quite sure if you're completely in and you're completely committed, why not just put down your credit card for $150 now, and you have until December to sell your spouse. Let's just be real. We know what that's about, right? It's you're selling your spouse necessarily if you want to go to convince them that it's a good deal. So know that that's always a possibility. Guys, this was an amazing summit for me personally, and I'm going to share with you my notes. I'm not going to just read my notes to you, but I'm going to share with you the parts that I feel like are the most important, my biggest takeaways along the way, and then I'm going to ask the two Jills to share with us their takeaways as well, who were there. So before we get that, so I'm just going to I'm pulling out my phone because my notes are on my phone. I use OneNote so I can just kind of scan through and share with you guys the stuff that I want to share the most. So first of all, this is super exciting. Guess what, guys? Autumn, 21 Day Fix, and Sagi, Body Beast, are creating a program together. It's going to be a sneak peek on Beachbody On Demand in October, and the name of it is called the Masters Hammer and Chisel. And so it's Autumn and Sagi. There's 7 different workouts with each one, where it's going to be all about getting absolutely toned and absolutely ripped. I'm super stoked about it for 2 main reasons. Guys, this is going to be such a marketable program. Such a marketable program, because how many people do you know that really need like the portion control of the 21 Day Fix, but maybe you're guys, they're dudes, and they don't want to work out without them? Or you know a lot of couples that maybe want to work out together, where the guy's not so keen about working out with Autumn and the girl's not so keen about doing Sagi's workout. They're able to mix and mesh the workouts together. And it's also where it's going to be using the portion control container system, but for both programs. So you're going to have different nutritional levels based on each program. And with the release that Fixate that just came out, they'll be able to use those recipes within this program. So that's really, really exciting. Yeah, so there will be, each workout will have 7 workouts. So there'll be 14 workouts total. And they'll be burning on a foundation of solid muscle while shredding fat. And then also I wrote down too, so if you're curious to know the difference between Hammer and Body Beast, what Sagi said on the stage, sorry, my phone keeps moving. The main difference, what he said, is that mainly Body Beast was just about putting on mass, and the Hammer is about being an all-around athlete, where you're focusing on power, strength, and he said he also gained more balance and flexibility during this program. And so just kind of a segue, Jacob and I worked out with Sagi. That was our first workout. We did Body Beast. It was the only, I'd never done Body Beast ever before. And I have to say that I wasn't a huge fan of Body Beast cardio particularly, but the thing that I will have to tell you that I loved about it is Sagi really does have a sweet, genuine personality, and it came across in working out with him. So his workout might not be for me, but that makes me excited about the Masters Hammer and Chisel, because his workouts might not be for me, but I dig his personality. And so therefore I intend to try it, because probably I'll be more geared to do Autumn's workouts while getting a little bit taste of both their personalities. So have your eyes and your ears to the ground in October for the sneak peek in Beachbody On Demand, but then it will be released at the end of the year. Okay, so this is the two things that I'm the most excited about from Summit. One of them is the Beachbody Performance line that is about to be. It's been released. It is out there. It's on your online office if you haven't noticed it yet. The Beachbody Performance line was made. I'm not even gonna tell you his name because you don't care, but by a Harvard-trained scientist. Okay, the Harvard-trained scientist, and this is can't tell you what this acronym stands for. Okay, but it's NSF approved. And what the NSF is they're like the people who have guidelines on collegiate and professional athletes. As far as if something is NSF approved, there's nothing in it that would show up on like any sort of drug test, performance drug tests, as far as steroids or any of the negative chemicals that they can't have in their bodies. So in the means of really like gearing us towards athletes and professionals, this is going to be a great line. There's in all of the performance line supplements, there's not going to be any artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives. Freaking cool. Also, bottom of the tub, 100% money back guarantee, just like Shakeology. So people can try it. They don't like it. It doesn't work for them. They can get their money back. Coolest part though, I haven't even told you everything that's in the line. Right now in your back office, available, I believe it's for $20, someone can purchase a sampler pack. So it can give them each one of our different new performance supplements for just $20. So what are the supplements? There's Energize. And guys, I haven't had time to do any research really. From what it looks like, I think the Energize may be replacing eventually E&E. Heck, it might just be E&E. Repackaged and put in a different package. But it's an energy drink that is looks like it's citrus in flavor. We're also launching Hydrate, which is like in the means of like Gatorade or Powerade or something like that. It's made to be consumed during a workout, not consumed if you're not doing a workout. So it's all about hydrating your body. Recover, which is a post-workout, which is chocolate, and I believe is going to be replacing Resulting Recovery. And then we have Recharge, which is it's going to help with muscle recovery while you sleep, and it's the vanilla flavor. So guys, honestly, what my take on all this is, if you've been a coach for a while, or even if you've just studied your back office, you see that we have like the P90X line of supplements, right? And we also have like our other random supplements. So what I think the Beachbody is starting to do is this is my intuition, is that we're streamlining all of our supplements. So instead of like P90X brand and this brand and that brand and whatever, we're going to have our performance line and we're going to have our Shakeology. Because let's be real, if they have a P90X brand, it's only going to be fair. Then they got to have all the Beast stuff, and then all the 21 Day Fix stuff, and all the different stuff for all the different famous trainers. So why not? Let's just all like streamline it and all make it the Beachbody Performance line. So what I'm going to make it your homework assignment, or highly encourage you to do it as a coach, is to go to your back office and order the sampler pack. Because guys, it all comes down with speaking about things with integrity. I'm not telling you this because I think that you need to spend a lot more money on your business. But when people come to you and they say, what is this like? Like if you have no intention of actually using the products on a regular basis, wouldn't it be nice if you can at least tell somebody what it tastes like? If you could at least spend the $20 to do the research for your customers, so you can speak with authenticity and integrity of what it tastes like and how it makes you feel. I'm really excited about it because I know there's a couple different companies like ours that fall into the MLM category that have like the shakes that you drink when you go to sleep at night, those types of things. So we're at least in competition with those other with those other lines. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, so for $140, there's going to be a challenge pack with Beachbody On Demand, plus Energize, plus Recovery. So that's not going to come with Shakeology. It's just going to be Beachbody On Demand, Energize, and Recovery. So if you have anybody who just really is fighting you about not wanting to do Shakeology, but they want to work out, if they're into energy drinks and they just protein, that's a great option for them right there. We all know that we want people on Shakeology, but that's an option. Okay, this is the other one I'm super stoked about. Besides the performance line, Shakeology Boost. Have you heard about it? We're launching them and they are available now. So basically, these are just different powders that you can use as a boost in your Shakeology for people who need different things. So we have the Power Greens, which are exactly what it sounds, Power Greens. Okay, so it's cucumber, spirulina, kale, spinach, all these different other green ingredients. So who is this for? This is for the people who really, really don't like their vegetables, who want to add more in. They're also going to be for people who are like me and also tend to be more acidic. Okay, anything that's green is going to help you get a little bit more alkaline there. Focused Energy. I have done the study of this, compared Focused Energy with ENE. What's the difference? Focused Energy is made to go in your Shakeology. However, if you're like me, I already put ENE in my Shakeology. So this is going to, Focused Energy is 1/4 the caffeine of ENE. 1/4. So ENE is 2 scoops, 400 milligrams of caffeine. And Focused Energy is 1 scoop, 100 milligrams of caffeine. The main difference that I noticed is ENE has B vitamins, Focused Energy does not. However, ENE has several different types of caffeine, where Focused Energy is more just like green tea and white tea extract. So they're calmer forms of caffeine. However, there are other herbs within Focused Energy, Focused Energy, that are about the mind. So there's ginkgo biloba, I believe, in there, which is about mental focus. There's also quercetin, which I'm super stoked about. This is for your own information. Quercetin is an anti-inflammatory I've taken for years for my allergies. So for those people who just want, who have sinus stuff going on and who also just want a little extra boost in the morning with caffeine, this is a great thing to put in your Shakeology in the morning. I already got mine, package of it. And then there's digestive health. So it's for the people who need more fiber than what Shakeology offers already. And the thing that's nice, they said there's the 2 different types of fiber in it, insoluble and soluble fiber, where soluble fiber pretty much keeps you full and stabilizes your blood sugar, while the insoluble fiber cleans your intestines. So we got that there. So Boost Performance Line, available now. Okay, those are great things to our catalog, available now. Also, they let us know, as far as Beachbody On Demand was concerned, that we're going to start having a new category called Beachbody Exclusives. It's not going to be right away, but basically they're looking at the Tuesday of every month. There'll be a new programming available, and they're going to be highlighting some of our trainers. Heather's going to be so excited, and so is going to be some of our coaches. Autumn is going to be doing a pre and postnatal program that's going to be on there. And they're going to be focusing, Autumn's also doing a ballet bar thing on there. There's going to be exercise workouts that are going to be added on later. And we're going live with Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Comcast TV. And guys, there's about to be a Beachbody On Demand app to make this hella easier for us. So the technology with Beachbody On Demand is about to go through the roof, is basically what they're letting us know. So this is about to be a huge deal with our market. About ready to dive into the takeaways because we're down to about the last 10 minutes. Oh, lastly, guys, how to position size. They had Shaun T on the stage, and they asked him, how do you position this? How do you market this? So this is what your marketing is. It doesn't have to be for the dancer, but if someone loves to dance, that's a great workout already. This is what you're going to market it as. This is going to be extra stress relief for people, because it's not going to be just about going in and getting your workout in and just like to be able to check it off your list. It's going to be about raising your joy, because dance since the beginning of time has been a way for people to celebrate everything in their lives. That's why when there's a big event and within society, there's a party afterwards and a dance, right? So stress is a great way for stress reduction. So you're going to market it to people who love to dance, but you're going to market it to people who just need more joy in their lives, who just need to let go of the stress, where it's not just about like the bottom line with their calories and so on. People who need more joy right now are the people who need size. Okay. So let's get down to like the really inspirational nuggets for the weekend. We had a couple of different keynote speakers, and there's a reason why I want the other two Jills to speak on this too, because basically with everything that we do in life, we're all coming from a different position, and so therefore different things are going to stand out to us based on where we are in our lives. And I'm going to speak on the three different speakers, primarily Chalene Johnson. I can't even tell you who's the next guy, Sinek something, and Simon Sinek, and then the other one was a guy named DeWitt, right? So Chalene, main takeaway from her that I loved is she talks about how, when we're in a relationship with someone and we're in partnership with someone, especially someone of the significant other, right, or spouse or so on, and we decide to go through changes in life together, right? Getting married and having a baby and going through all of these changes. And then all of a sudden, one of us decides to make a change for our lives that doesn't necessarily include the other one, like getting healthy, like getting well, like taking control of our health and wellness. And we often think, this is such a great thing. Why is not my spouse supporting me on this? I've decided to be a coach and pay it forward. Why aren't they supporting me on this? Because basically, guys, any choices that we make that affect our whole family, that not everyone, especially our spouse, is involved in, it causes fear and it causes insecurity. And it's not that you're not doing something that's great, it's that they're trying to figure out, where do I fit into the puzzle? And her main thing of the whole speech was how to be on this journey that we're all on right now and not get pushed back from our spouses. And that was to go above and beyond to eliminate any sort of doubt or insecurity out of their mind, right? So when you go to these big events, you don't always have to come back and share all the details, because they don't care. And what it might honestly do is give them a nugget to hold on to that causes them to be jealous for some reason that had no reason for them to be jealous, right? So the biggest takeaway, she said, ladies, all you got to do is one thing. Have more sex with your husband. That's it. That's it. She says it boils down to that. How do you take away their insecurities? You give them the loving they want. And that's all you got to do. And if any men are next to you, if Heather or Ken is next to you, tell them, you're my coach. You told me I'm supposed to have more sex with you, because that's what Chalene Johnson said to all of us, right? Right? So bottom line, guys, that I loved that is, if you're getting pushback from your spouse, you've decided to be a coach and you're getting pushback, you're getting support, or you're not getting supported, guess what? Just give them more loving. That's all you got to do. Okay. So that was the first one. Second speaker. What I really loved about him was Simon Sinek, and he went through the different hormones and chemicals within our bodies and how we release them and when we release them. And it was or endorphins or to suppress pain, right? We get them when we work out, right? They're that happy chemical. They also suppress pain. Second is dopamine. You get dopamine when you cross the goal off your list, okay? These are all things that like make us feel good, but they're not permanent, okay? We can't pull on those anytime we want to. They're not permanent. But he was talking about what are the two most important chemicals releases within our society now, and that is serotonin and oxytocin, and they're only released and created through connection with others. So that's why he was talking about what we do in our business is so important to really truly establish those deep connections with people. Because when people exercise, they're releasing endorphins, they're feeling great, they're feeling good, you know, those are those happy chemicals. And then they reach their goal and they release the dopamine. It feels really great and they can cross it off the list. But guess what, guys? Those chemicals are really short-lived in our bodies. So how do we help ourselves keep going forward? And how do we keep our people keep going forward? It's to increase those other chemicals releases in our bodies of serotonin and oxytocin, which all come through connections with people, whether it be physical touch, whether it be communication, whether it be joy and connection. So the important thing is we all can get so busy in doing what we do, but how our businesses are going to thrive, how our customers and coaches are going to thrive is through digging deeper into the personal relationships. And that's probably one of the things that I've taken away the most from this summit, because I have found myself guilty of, as my business has gotten bigger, finding that I don't have as much time for those deep personal connections and relationships. But in all reality, I was woken up to the hello that the bigger your business grows, it may take time and energy, but it's going to be worth it over the long run to really dig deeper into those relationships with people, because that's what's going to get them committed to the journey. That's what's going to make them want to pay it forward. Because as we've heard many times, people will forget what you did or what you said, but they will never forget the way you make them feel. So if you make them feel important and appreciated and like they're not alone on this journey from the beginning, they're more likely to go the long way. And probably the biggest takeaway from all this too, you know, the push for Elite this year, and the bigger my business has grown, I've probably skewed away from getting started right calls with everybody. Like Heather's on this call, she's probably saying, what's a getting started right call? I never got one of those. Exactly, because I signed her up in the past year and I've let go of it. So I'm embarrassed to say she's probably never gotten one. So what I intend to do, you guys can all hold me accountable to this, but it's my goal by the beginning of August is to go back and start offering getting started right calls, not only to people who've signed up in the past year, but also people who may have never gotten one from me, or maybe got one from me like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and their goals have totally changed since then. Because ultimately, guys, we got to get people started right from the get-go, because we may think and we may assume that if they have questions, they're going to ask me, and that's the reality I like to live in, but that's not the reality. A lot of people think, oh, they're too busy, or they really don't care, or whatever, and so then they might have a question that never gets answered, and so therefore then they end up falling off, whether it's falling out of the business, whether it's falling out of the nutrition wagon, whatever it is. So that was one of my biggest takeaways there. And then last, guys, and this is actually falls into it. It was our last speaker was a guy named DeWitt, and he was a National Geographic photographer, and his message was all about switching your focus. And that's where it falls, and where I was talking about my takeaway as far as switching from GSRs is I was so focused on pushing for Elite and helping people hit rank advanced to Diamond, that maybe I had lost focus on just getting people started right instead of that push at the end. And so one of the things he was showing, he was taking a picture and was saying it from a photographer's point of view. You can look at one object, from several different angles, and all of them are the right angle. As many of us think that this is the right way and this is the wrong way. No, it's just a different way of looking at it. And so, so what you might be doing right now might be one version of your right way, but maybe if it's not getting you to where you want it to be right now, maybe there's another good right way. That maybe you just need to keep looking at things from a different angle to see what little thing could you maybe just shift just a little bit to give you the result you're looking for. And this is one of the things that I love, probably one of my biggest takeaways from the weekend. I feel like maybe I've said that about 1,000,000 times now, but like I said, it was a great summit for me. Many of us go into our day like trying to, I mean, we're all serving, right? We're all servants. We're all trying to help people and so on. But DeWitt talked about the difference between birds and their different levels. If you ever see a bird trying to take off with a ton of birds, they're all flapping their wings like freaking crazy, all trying to take off, and none of them are really moving very far, and they're all just flapping their wings. But as you look up and as they start to rise, the birds that are the highest in the sky are barely moving their wings at all, because they've learned to catch the wave and then soar. So what I really looked at from that story, or that he shared, was that the perspective that you're looking at right now, or the angle, might just be that starting angle where you're really, really flapping your wings. But the beautiful part is to remember that as you grow with that experience, it's okay to soar. It's okay to soar. So therefore, sometimes it's not about pushing and saying how hard do I have to flap. This is my new mantra that he shared with us that day. Sometimes it's about waking up in the morning and asking yourself, or asking the universe, what will I be given today? Instead of, what can I get my hands on today? What can I take today? What can I absorb today? What will I be given today? And use that as an opportunity to practice curiosity in your life. And they said that's the path to soaring. It's because when you're constantly looking of what can I absorb, what takeaway, what nugget, whatever, that's when we're flapping our wings so intently. But whenever you step back and you look and think, what will I be given today? That's when it's our opportunity to lift up and take off and soar. So that's my new mantra. What I'm going into this world in my mornings with now is, what can I freaking pay attention to? What is the universe going to give me today? And then be even more grateful when it happens. So my biggest takeaways from Summit. So now I'm going to take first Leptosky off the phone, and then we'll do Donovan. So, because I know Leptosky needs to get to bed. She's like, please, God, let me go to sleep. It's 10 o'clock in DC. Let me go to sleep. Okay, so Leptosky, share, what was your biggest takeaway?
Well, most of the stuff you've already mentioned. I really liked DeWitt's discussion about your focus and the perspective that you take on things, and that there's potential in anything, no matter where you are. Even if you might be disappointed with your situation, find potential in it. I did want to correct you on one thing. The Beachbody On Demand, it's not Comcast, it's Chromecast.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because that's kind of a big difference.
Okay.
And, the other thing is, I was in Darren Mulvaney's discussion about Shakeology, and one of my takeaways from that was he was talking about the food is really a lot less nutritious now than it used to be, and that people think oftentimes, I'm having a salad, it's something really good for me, but because the nutritional value in our food is dropped so, it's good to remind people that Shakeology is more nutritionally rich per calorie than like any salad you ever get. So that was just something that really stuck with me.
Yeah. I love that. And thank you for pointing that out, Jill, because for those of people who are on this call who don't know, Beachbody has an R&D department, a research and development department, and a quality assurance department where they go through and all of the fruits and vegetables and all of the things that go into Shakeology. They're testing on a regular basis to make sure that their nutritional level is the quality in which they want it to be. And so therefore, I think, what were they saying? That they were having to switch things up there for a while because a couple nutritional levels weren't at par anymore. And so they had to switch things up. Thank you for bringing that up, Jill. I appreciate that. Anything else? Is that it?
Oh, that's it for me.
Okay, cool. Okay. I know I've talked a lot, so I might have touched on anything, but Donovan, was there anything major takeaways that you got that I really haven't talked about?
Yeah, I mean, you said it with the whole DeWitt thing. I mean, that made me bawl like the whole time. I was crying when he said, you know, not what I will take from today, but what I will be able to give, you know, to today, and celebrating what's right and letting go of what's not. I like what Carl said about finding your intensity. It's so easy to start and so easy to quit, he had said. Then when we were in one of our trainings for Shakeology, I think it was either Melissa or Darren O'Lean, one of them said, you know, think about if everybody drank Shakeology, like how would we treat each other? What type of world would we live in? And that really hit me, because it's like, wow, imagine all of us Beachbody people, like if everybody was like us, because I'm sorry, but we are like the kindest, like most badass people ever. Like I was sitting at lunch with people I didn't even know, but that's just me anyways. It's like, oh, well, come sit over here. You don't have a seat, you know? And they're like, oh, thanks. And, you know, it's just, I just love people, and I love the togetherness, and I love how we just are, and I kept saying, it's cool, we're family, we're family. So for me, you know, it's just connections with people. That's always the highlight for me. And then I did feel like it was more businessy this time for me than, you know, party celebration and stuff. I was pretty focused in all of the training. So
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. The last thing I want to share before we completely get off tonight is I'm going to speak for Becca, because since she's not on the call tonight, I asked her the other day what her biggest takeaway was. She was there, and I feel like this is quality enough nugget to share. One of our keynote speakers the first day, I'm sorry, all of a sudden his name has left me, but he was talking about leadership. He's the one who's going through as far as the chemicals were concerned. And he's talking about leadership, and I'm just going to use her for example because she's not on the call. She you know, it's her fault for not being on the call. I'm just playing Becca. But Becca has shared with me, you know, she hasn't always felt like she was the strongest leader or had leadership abilities, because by nature, she is a very shy, not when it comes to dancing, but she's a very shy, quiet-natured peacemaker, right? Doesn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. And sometimes as a leader, you have to ruffle people's feathers, and you have to do those types of things. However, what he was categorizing a leader as is it's not about station, it's about care. And I did not know this, but that they shared that in the, I was going to say, Jill said, leadership is a choice. It's not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. Yes, that was perfect. Leadership is a choice. It's not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. So they shared just a short story about was it the Marines? Correct me, guys. Was it the Marines? Why the Marines are the unit they are. And this is so cool. When they go to lunch, when they go to eat, the lower stations eat first, and the officers eat last. And it's because they put, you know, it's like they put their people on higher regard than they do. And so therefore, guess what? Their people, when, like they shared one time where they all went through the line And at the end, there wasn't enough food for the officers. And so then what the Marines, I'm getting chills saying this, the Marines went back through and everybody gave a little bit of food to their superior, because of going from that mindset that it's not about telling you what to do. It's about like walking in the front line with your people through the fight. You know, it's like, you know, in most companies, it's like the CEO is here, all of the like the people who are fighting the good fight are here, and then the people who are fighting the good fight stay here, and then like the person in charge stays up here protected. But that's not the way the Marines roll, and that's not the way we as Beachbody coaches do either. It's about being in the trenches with them, doing our workouts, doing our personal development, doing the shit we got to do to take care of ourselves, and then leading by example. And that's right, we are the shit together. So it's about coming together, not asking your people to do anything you wouldn't do yourself. And as you serve them, they will do anything for you. So takeaways from Summit 2015. Love it. Thank you so much, guys. If you're not registered for Summit yet next year, I highly encourage you to do so. We haven't talked about it, but I think maybe we might have a guest speaker, maybe by the name of Jill Leptoski next week, maybe telling her story if she feels like it. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it. She's like, oh no, put it on the spot. We'll see. I don't know. But otherwise, if it's not her talking, I'll figure out something to talk about. You guys have a fantastic week. I love you so much. If you need me, the best way to get in touch with me this week is via text, because I am still on the road. I am still north in Illinois. So if you guys need anything, reach out to me via text, because internet at my parents' house is not always the most dependable. So you guys have a great one. Love you. Bye.